Hello students, so welcome back to Naveen sir physics class. So today we are going to discuss about parallel combination of resistors. So in last class already we studied about series and parallel combination of resistor. In the same way we also derived the expression for effective resistance in series combination of resistors. So now we are going to discuss about parallel combination of resistor and what is the expression for the effective resistance in parallel combination of resistors. Okay, let us start the class. Right. So parallel combination. So take the notes. Parallel combination of resistors. Okay, so in parallel combination of resistor we can connect the resistors all one common point. That means one ends are connected to one common point, another ends are connected to another common point. So write the notes as it is. In what way I am explaining, in the same way you can take the notes. So three resistors consider three resistors of resistances R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallel with help of key to a cell of potential difference V as shown in the figure. Okay, let us draw the circuit related to this. So how many resistors we are taking? Three resistors. So three resistors of resistances R1, R2, R3 are connected in parallel with help of a key to a cell of potential difference V or EMF V. So when we close the key, so what will happen? The current starts flowing in the circuit. So let us take I is the current that flows in the circuit. When current reaches to the junction, we know that at junction current divides somehow. So current divides as I1, I2, I3. That is in parallel we can write net current is equals to sum of individual currents in the resistors. I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So but we know that potential difference across each resistor is same, that is V equals to V1, V2 equals to V3. Okay, right. Now let us write the expression for the current in the circuit. So from Ohm's law, so we can write V is equals to IR, a resistance in parallel combination. So we can write I is equals to V by resistance in parallel. Okay, similar manner let us write the current through the resistor 1, resistor 2, resistor 3. So current through resistor 1, we can write I1 is equals to V1 by R1 and resistor 2, we can write I2 is equals to V2 by R2, and then across resistor 3, I3 is equals to V3 by R3. So this is equation number 7. Okay na? Right. So note down this. I am going to change the page. Right, now let us substitute equation number 3, 4, 5 and 6 in equation number 1. So we are going to get, so V by Rp is equals to V by V1 by R1, V2 by R2 plus V3 by R3. So but we know that in parallel combination V1, V2, V3 are same as V, so we can get the common V from right hand side. So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, that is equals to V by Rp. So we can cancel V and V on both sides. So net resistance in parallel combination is equals to sum of individual resistances of the resistors. Okay, so this is the formula for effective resistance in parallel combination. That is, we can write, the statement is compulsory. If they ask the derive the expression for effective resistance in parallel, you have to write the statement compulsory. So effective resistance in parallel combination of resistors is equals to sum of individual sum of reciprocals of individual resistances of resistors. Okay, so the statement we should write compulsory after deriving this 1 by Rp equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So once again we will go through this. So we are connecting three resistors of resistance R1, R2, R3 in parallel as shown in the figure. Okay na? So now in parallel what will happen? The current will be divided as I1 plus I2 plus I3. If the fourth resistor is there, we can let plus I4. Okay na? Then, but we know that potential difference across each resistor in parallel combination will remain same, that is V1, V2 and V3. Then from Ohm's law we can write V equals to IRP, therefore I is equals to V by Rp. Therefore current through each resistor, if I am writing, I1 is equals to V1 by R1, I2 is equals to V2 by R2, I3 is equals to V3 by R3. Now in the next step what we are doing, we are substituting equation number, so here you make the correction. So this is equation number 1. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so substitute 3, 4, 5, 6 in equation number 1. Okay, now so we are getting the expression 1 by Rp equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That means the effective resistance is equal to sum of individual resistances of the resistor. So if I want to write this is reciprocal, but we want to find Rp only. So to find Rp, I am taking LCM. So LCM R1, R2, R3. In numerator we are going to get R1, R2, R2, R3 plus R3, R1. Therefore Rp is equals to R1 R2 R3 by R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1. Okay, give it as equation number 8. Now let us find the expression for net current in the circuit. So net current in the circuit, so I is equals to net EMF by net resistance. Net EMF by net resistance. So I we are going to get V by R1 R2 R3. So RP value times of R1 R2 R2 R3 plus R3 R1. So this is current in the circuit. Okay na? So sometimes they are asking what is the current passing through the resistor 1, resistor 2, resistor 3, they will ask common. Okay na? Right. So from this can I write V as I into R1 R2 R3 by R1 R2 R2 R3 plus R3 R1. So you can pause the video, you can copy this. Okay, so now I am moving to the next step. So current through each resistor I am going to calculate them. Okay na? So current through each resistor, current through resistor 1, I1 is equals to V by R1. So from last expression, that is from equation number 10, we can write V is equals to I times of R1 R2 by R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1. I am using that expression here. So I times of R1 R2 R3 by R1 into R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1. So we can cancel R1 and R1. So we are going to get I1 is equals to I times of R2 R3 by R1 R2 R2 R3 plus R3 R1. Okay, so equation number 11. Similar manner, so current through the second resistor, when you are writing the second resistor, we can write V by R2. So which resistor you are writing, that resistor value we can use, and rest of the expression we can write as R1 R3 by R1 R2 R2 R3 plus R3 R1. So now we can able to write what is I3. So I3 is equals to V by R3. So in numerator we can remove this term R3. So remaining quantities will be R1 R2. So R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1. So this is the current passing through the third resistor or resistor 3. Okay, these are the expressions for current in each resistor. So resistor 1, resistor 2 and resistor 3. So simple, net current into product of the remaining two resistors by the multiplication of the two resistors R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1. Okay na? So pause the video, you can copy this. Now we are going to discuss about the if two resistors are connected in parallel, so what will happen, that we will discuss. Right, case we can write. So case if two resistors of resistances R1 comma R2 are connected in parallel. Okay, if two resistors are connected in parallel, so R1 R2. So for suppose I is the current entering in this, it splits as I1 I2 R2 R1. So now we can write in a case of a two resistor system, 1 by R effective is equals to, I am writing R12. R12 means effective resistance of the 1 and 2. So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So in simple manner we can write R2 plus R1 by R1 R2. So 1 by R12. Therefore R12 is equals to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. It is the most useful formula when we are doing the problem sum. So whatever the number, what is the last number? 13 over, no? Let's give it as 14. Okay, this is the effective resistance in a case of a two resistor system. So now what about the division of the current in this? However, we know that the potential will be same. Okay, na? Continuation, division of current. So how the current is dividing? So in parallel we know that V1 is compulsory is equals to V2. So V1 is equals to V2. So we can write V is equals to IR. That's why we are writing I1 R1 is equals to I2 R2. So I1 by I2 is equals to R2 by R1. That means the current in parallel combination is divided as reciprocal manner, inverse manner. Okay, na? That means if resistance is more, the current will be less. If resistance is less, current will be more. That means current always selects the path which has the least resistance. This is the current division in parallel combination of resistors. Okay, so for suppose next case you can write, if n number of equal resistors, all are of equal resistance, n number of equal resistors are connected in parallel. Okay, then we are going to get 1 by R in parallel, 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R and so on, n times by R. Therefore we are going to get 1 by Rp is equals to n by R. Therefore we can rewrite this Rp is equals to R by n. So this is equation number 16. So these are the formulas related to the parallel combination of resistors. Okay, now so current division, I1 by I2 is equals to R2 by R1. Okay, then in the same way effective resistance is equals to 1 by R, 1 by is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R2. That means simply we can write, so sum of reciprocal of the how many resistors are, that many resistance we can write. Okay, right, Amma. So next we are going to discuss about some important points when we are doing the problems. With the help of these points we can do the problems easily. So where the most number of students are going to confuse. So how to identify whether the resistors are connected in series or parallel. So that is a very confusing area for all the students, those who are learning this concept first time. Okay, na? So I will try to clarify your doubts in this concept. Okay, na? I want to clear this. So whether whatever the problem they will give, you should analyze that whether the resistors are connected in series or parallel. Okay, that I am going to discuss now. Right. With the examples we are going to clarify this. Right. So let us take one example. Right. So question is given like this: three resistors, each of resistance 4 ohm are connected as shown in figures. Find effective resistance in each case. Okay, na? Right. So the resistors are connected like this. So in first figure they given like this. This is the arrangement of the resistors given to you. Right. That means simply they are asking resistance between the ends of, that means resistance between A and B points they are asking. Can you draw the circuits? So R1, R2, R3. So whatever the circuit it may be, between the ends, first we have to connect a cell. Okay, so we should connect. I am explaining how to solve this. So first we should connect the ends to a battery or a cell. So any terminal you can connect, no issues at all. So now we are connecting the battery to the ends of the combination of resistors. Now when we close the current, when we close the key, current I passes in this. So when current I reaches to point A, so it is flows is same in R1, R2, R3, because here there is no chance of the splitting. The current never splits here because it has only one point. That's why there is no deviation. Simple. It is a simple example for the series combination of resistors. Okay, so in series combination of resistor, effective resistance is equal to sum of individual resistances. So we can get each resistance is given as 4 ohm. 4 plus 4 plus 4, you are going to get the answer as 12 ohms is the effective resistance. Now let us take this B. I told you that we should connect a battery or a cell between the ends of the combination. So current I is passing. So when current I reaches here, we can identify that it splits as I1, I2, I3. That means the current is splitting. That means these three will be definitely should be in parallel combination. So now we can use the formula. So 1 by R effective is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So you can write 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. 3 by 4 is 1 by RPM but not RP. Then what is RP value? Effective resistance is equals to 4 by 3. Or I told you one formula. What is that formula? These are all equal number of resistance. That means each resistance is of same resistance. Then we can write RP is equals to R by N we can write. So R by N. So R value how much? 4 ohm. So 4. How many resistors are like that? 3. Therefore RP is equals to 4 by 3 ohm is the effective resistance. Now let us come to the example C. So again we should connect SL between the ends. When we connect SL between the ends, the current I is passing in R1. Now this current I reaches to the junction. It splits as how many resistors are there? R2 and R3. So I1 and I2. That means across the resistors R2 and R3, the current is splitting amma. That means this R2 and R3 should be connected in parallel combination, because the deviation is there. The current is splitting, the current is deviating. The current is splitting in the two resistors. So where you can see the splitting of the current, that resistor is compulsory to be connected in parallel. Now if we observe this I1 and I2, again it joins at B, it will flows as I. That means these first we should simplify the effective resistance of R2 and R3. So now we can redraw the circuit like this. This is R23 and this is R1. Understood? So now this R23 parallel combination. So R23 we are going to write R2 R3 by R2 plus R3. Since you can write one sentence here, so R2 R3 are in parallel. So R23 is equals to 2 into 2 by 4. R23 is equals to 1 ohm. Okay. Now this R23 in which combination with R1? So simply we can say that series only. First we are simplifying this parallel circuit as a one resistor. Okay now. So this R23 and R1 will be in series. So therefore RAB we can write R1 plus R23. So 1 plus 4. So your answer will be 5 ohm. Okay. So once again I will explain. I told you that to identify whether the resistors are connected in series or parallel, we should connect a cell between the ends of the resistors. So the current I is passing in the circuit. So where the current reaches to the junction, at the junction current will be splits. So across which resistor the current is splitting, that resistor's motion should be will be in parallel. So first we have to simplify that circuit. Okay na? So we have to find the effective resistance of that parallel resistors. So we are going to get R23 value 1 ohm. Now this R23 behaves like only one resistor. So what is the resistance of that? 1 ohm only. So 1 ohm and this 4 ohm in which combination? Series combination. Therefore we are going to get, so RAB is equals to 5 ohm. Right, next example. So last one in today's class. Right. So now we are connecting these ends to SL line. Now the current is splitting. So I is splitting as I1 and I2. So you can observe that I1 is the current in R1 and R2. That means R1 and R2 are must and should be in which combination? Series combination. And that will be in parallel combination with what? R3. So we can redraw the circuit as this is R12 and this is R3. So we are making that R12 as one resistor, that is R12, and this is R3. Now the R12 and R3 will be in parallel combination. Now let us find R12. R12 is equals to R1 plus R2, 8 ohm. Then R123 is equals to R3 into R12 by R12 plus R3. So 8 into 4 by 8 plus 4. Okay na? So 32 by 12 we can write. So 4 8s are 4 3s are. So your answer will be 8 by 3 ohm. Okay na? So this is the way to identify the resistors which are connected in series and which are connected in parallel. So after this session, after this class, I will send a worksheet to you. So based on that worksheet, you can simplify more problems. So simple circuits I will send you. If you have any doubts, you can post your doubts in the group. Thank you. Stay safe.